Right after high school, right before I was being thrown into college, after I put myself there because that was the only thing that I could do in the moment. And I hated it. I knew deep down I didn't want to go to college. I didn't want to do these things. Like, the normal path seemed so mundane and boring that I need to form my own path, right? I need to do it myself. No one's gonna do it for me. My dad said, okay, if you're not gonna go to college, you're gonna have to work. I'm like, okay, fine, that's fair enough. But in the meantime, in my free time, I had to find my path, find my journey, find this thing that I was searching for. What was I searching for? I was so lost after high school, and if you can relate to just being lost in general, you come home after work, after school, after this big event, after the weekend, you come home after school, after this, after that. You come home, you sit down, you're like, what's next? What do I do now? So what do? You go on your phone, you play video games, you do things to distract yourself over and over and over. But this video is for the people who are lost, but they know deep down that they want to do more. They know deep down that they have so much more to give to the world, but they just keep distracting themselves. I fell victim to this for the longest time. It's so easy to be distracted in this world. I don't blame you for being distracted. But it's time to wake up. It's time to stop putting ourselves in situations to get distracted and lock in and think. You need to start thinking more. You need to start expressing your mind. Get rid of distractions. Get rid of all these things that are negatively affecting your mind. It's like a disease. You go on social media, you scroll, right? And it leads you down. It's like a trance. Have you ever opened your phone and you feel like you can't move your head, you can't move your eyes away from it? It's like it's almost sucking your eyes into it. It's insane. But if you're the person who's lost, and like you're lost, like you would know deep down if you are lost because you're watching this video. You're lost, but you keep getting distracted. You know you're being distracted. Why? Why are you distracting yourself? Why are you distracting yourself? You know you're capable of so much more. You know you're capable of all these things that you think about in your mind. You think about all these things to do, but why don't you do it? Why? Like I said, life can get kind of overwhelming and scary sometimes when you start thinking big, because we've been taught these limiting beliefs in the education system. Oh, just do this job, just go to this path. This path is like these ordinary paths, but when you start thinking big, it's like you almost can't think big because they capped you. The school system has capped your mindset, this limiting belief that you can't do these things. I'm telling you, you can. You can if you try. You need to start trying. You need to start doing. You need to stop living like an accident, because if you're the type of person who's lost and don't know what to do with their life, the best thing for you to do is think. Is to just think. What else is there to do, right? Just to get distracted again? Just to prolong this feeling deep down that you know you're capable of so much more, but you don't do it? That's a shitty feeling, in my opinion. And it's like, if you know you're capable of so much more, then why you keep getting distracted? Why? I did this for the longest time, and it wasn't until I put my foot down, I turned off my computer, turned off my phone, put everything away, and just thought about myself, thought about the long-term vision, thinking long-term, thinking in the future. What do I actually want? What do I want for my future family, my kids in the future? How do I want to represent myself to the world? How do I want to go about life? What type of money do I want to be making? What type of job do I want to do? What am I curious in? What do I want to learn? Where do I want to go? It's hard for me to kind of give you advice on how to think big when some people think there's no point in thinking big. Some people think that, what's the point of being optimistic? What's the point of thinking big when it's not even possible? It's like, of course it won't be possible then. Of course, with that mindset, you won't get anywhere. You see, there's no point in being negative. There's zero point in being this realistic version of life that isn't even realistic, because life is only as realistic as you make it. Life is only as real as you make it to be. And as you think, so you shall. If you think that you can't do something, you won't. It's as simple as that. And you call it wishy-washy, call it whatever you want, but with a negative mindset like that, you won't get anywhere. Of course you're not doing anything. If you're lost, stop getting distracted. It's as simple as that. I'm gonna make this video short and sweet and to the point. You're capable of so much more, but you're throwing it all on the table for what? For fucking Instagram bitches? For random reels? For these random moments of just these little random moments of just entertainment and pleasure relief that it's just, you know what's crazy? Like, your time is being sapped. Time is moving. People are moving forward. Everyone's moving forward. Everyone is moving forward, regardless. Really try to dial in, lock in, get rid of all distractions. Honestly, this video is just a reminder to you to stay focused on your journey. Start your hero's journey. Start. Go. Move. Do something. You might as well do something. Like, here's how I look at it, right? I throw in the lens of, you mean, if I'm really just gonna, if when I'm bored, the thing that I do is random stuff like anime or watch reels, if I just do stuff that's not going to benefit me, I might as well do things that are going to benefit me. If I'm doing things that leave me empty, if I'm doing things that are just random, I might as well do something that's beneficial. I mean, that's kind of like my mindset with it, if that kind of makes sense. Like, when you're bored, when you don't feel like doing anything, you might as well do something, because what, you have nothing to lose. You might as well do something. Instead of just being there like you just don't fucking exist, acting like you don't want to exist in this world. Because I'm telling you, I didn't want to exist. I didn't want to keep going. And it's just because the mindset that I had, I was just so in my head, I was separate from myself. I wasn't there with myself. I was separate from my own, like, not my body, but from the world. I was all in my head, all up here. But when you begin to think that everything up here that negatively affects you, it's just, some of it's not even real. A lot of it's just irrational. A lot of it is just emotions clouding your judgment. A lot of it isn't even real. A lot of the thoughts you have aren't even yours. Don't go through life like these negative, intrusive thoughts are yours, because if they really were your thoughts, why would you be thinking them? If all your thoughts were yours, why would you choose the negative ones? And you might think, well, it's just how I'm made it. It's just that's just how I think. No, it's not just how you think. It's your mind. When your mind is aimless, when your mind is in a state of nothingness, it's in a state of unintention, what happens is it brings in, it attracts negativity, it attracts the devil to whisper in your ear and tell you, don't do this. Oh, you're bad. You're like this. You're X, Y, and Z. Have intention. Lock in. Focus on me, bro. Focus on me. Focus on me. Focus. And, I mean, this video is kind of just to motivate you, but really just think. Don't just go into the next video. Think. Please just think for yourself. Piece of paper. Think. No distractions. Who do you want to be? And what do you want to accomplish? Think as big as possible. Why not? You might as well. You might as well think as big as possible, because it's like you only have one life. You might as well die trying. So, with that, continue your journey. Keep moving forward.